Hello, this is Craig Brelsford with RedChip Companies. Thank you for joining today's event with NDT Pharmaceuticals, which trades on the OTC under the ticker NDTP. With us today, we have President and CEO Zach O'Shea, Chief Marketing Officer Adrian Full, and Chief Science Officer Dr. Carrie Lestage. We expect to be joined shortly by Chairman Rick O'Shea. We will begin with a brief presentation in a moment, and then we will answer your questions. Users may submit a question at any time. Click the Q&A button at the bottom of the Zoom window. Before we begin, please allow me to read the Safe Harbor Statement. This call may contain forward-looking statements within the meaning of the Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995. All statements pertaining to future financial and/or operating results, along with other statements about the future expectations, beliefs, goals, plans, or prospects expressed by management constitute forward-looking statements. Any statements that are not historical fact should also be considered forward-looking statements. Of course, forward-looking statements involve risks and uncertainties. I now turn this webinar over to the team at NDT Pharmaceuticals. Please go ahead.
Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to learn more about NDT Pharmaceuticals and our most recent acquisition of Good Salt Life. So what is Good Salt Life? It's a vertically integrated biosafety innovator that designs, manufactures, and deploys end-to-end infection control ecosystems. And what that means is that we manufacture the induction charge sprayers, the chemistry, and provide data-driven disinfection protocols. This addresses the world's most critical biosafety challenges. We're based out of Athens, Georgia. We've been around for over a decade, and our reach is deployed in 11 countries across 8 major industries. So our mission is to protect human and animal health by eliminating harmful pathogens at the source. And as of recent events, including COVID, avian influenza, and various other outbreaks, biosecurity isn't just a farm issue, it's a food security, public health, and economic resilience issue. Demonstrated here is our backpack sprayer being applied in an office space. Our 3 delivery systems are the Jet H2 Ultra, the BioPak electrostatic sprayer, and the MS700 electrostatic sprayer system. The cart unit, as you see at the MS700, is our first unit that was manufactured. This is for large commercial spaces. The Jet H2 Ultra is for more confined, hard to reach areas. And our BioPak is a little bit of a hybrid between those 2 units. The Jet H2 Ultra and the BioPak both come cordless, or the BioPak is also a plug-in unit as well. What is the benefit of induction charge applications? It cuts chemical waste by 65 to 80%. It also improves surface coverage and reduces labor time. So you're getting benefits on both sides, while also maximizing pathogen elimination. You're also able to pull particulates out of the air and bring them down to substrates in order to disinfect those as well. Moving on to the chemistries, we manufacture a hypochlorous acid-based chemistry called Clean Republic. It's a multi-purpose disinfectant, and it also comes as an all-purpose cleaner. The great thing about HOCl, or hypochlorous acid, is that you're able to manipulate the concentration in order to create a wide variety of various products, including fruit and veggie wash, egg wash, and various other products. The other product that we manufacture is called Armitrex, which is a cyclot. It's a long-lasting antimicrobial surface coating, and it forms a bonded barrier that kills pathogens on contact and lasts up to 90 days. So it's all based on soil load, but it can last up to 90 days, effectively killing viruses, bacteria, and fungi. So what is the Good Salt Life difference? Well, we're a fully integrated biosafety platform. And what that means is that you're able to couple both the hardware and the chemistry to create a comprehensive solution for a disinfection problem. We have various patents on electrostatic sprayer designs, as well as EPA registrations for Armitrex and HOCl. and our manufacturing processes are proprietary. We also have a Global Biorisk Advisory Council star, which is we are the only electrostatic sprayer that is accredited with this GBAC star. Here's a look at our brand ecosystem. We have a lot of large commercial partners through various verticals, including Carnival, Royal Caribbean. If you look at Cleveland Clinic, Aviagen, we've done work with professional sports teams and associations such as the NBA and NFL and the MLB. There's a couple of testimonials. Which leads us to our most significant commercial partner, which is Merck Animal Health. We have a couple of things. It's access to Merck's extensive distribution network. We have enhanced credibility and market presence, and expansion across multiple species in the livestock industry, and integrated biosafety deployment. Our partnership grants us access to Merck's established distribution channels and increases market reach effectively. So zooming out a little bit, you look at the consumer side of it. At the beginning of this year, we really started driving on the D2C channels, particularly through Amazon, Walmart, Chewy, etc. We're looking at a gross profit of roughly over 400,000 this year, and we expect that to grow significantly next year. It's 186% growth year over year on the consumer side. And then when you couple that with the joint deployments and poultry and swine facilities through Merck, as well as the distribution, there's a lot of promise as well. Looking at the R&D focus, we're pushing the limits of physics and biosafety. What that means is we're pioneering polarity charge induction spray technology to continuously improve the induction charge sprayers. We are currently waiting for the EPA to give us the C. diff approval for our Clean Republic multi-purpose disinfectant, which is the HOCl, or hypochlorous acid-based chemistry. And we're also working with smart facility sensors across major commercial partners. When you look at the global market here, you're talking in the grand scheme of it, $148 billion. Obviously, there's the general animal health side of it, but there's also various other aspects of the pet and poultry, swine, healthcare sides of it as well. If you look at a 3% market capture rate for poultry healthcare, you're talking about roughly $255 million. And then on the food processing side, at a 10% market capture rate, you're looking at roughly $12.2 million. And then on the consumer side of it, for pet products, you're looking at roughly $203 million at 2.7 million households at $75 a year. From a forecast revenue standpoint, we are projected to do roughly $9 million next year. This is predicated on a couple of things: expanding our distribution network throughout Merck, as it'll be our first full year with the Merck partnership, while simultaneously growing the direct consumer side of it as well, which we expect to see significant growth there. So when you look at the intellectual property value, where it's about $120 million, and then the revenue-based valuation, it's about $80 million, and we can speak on that in further detail on the question side of it, but it's a $200 million enterprise value here. I guess we'll start taking questions.
Thank you very much, Zach. Yes, indeed. We will now take your questions. If you wish to submit a question to the team, then what you need to do is go to the bottom of your Zoom window, find the Q&A button, click it, and then a text box will appear. You can then type in your question for the NDT Pharmaceuticals team. Please refrain from using the raise hand button. because we're only going to be able to take written in questions today. First question is Good Salt Life is that vertically integrated biosafety platform addressing 448 billion TAM. And what specific subsegments will you prioritize in 2026?
It's a great question. So the specific sub segments that we're going to look at in 2026 are primarily on the animal health side of it, looking at both poultry and livestock. We're continuing to grow the partnership there with Merck to expand the chemistry and equipment sales through that vertical.
Thanks, Zach. What do you expect in revenue next year?
It would be roughly 9 million next year based on our projections.
How can you support the sales growth from a cash flow perspective?
That's a great question. We have a pretty good investor base thus far, and we expect that to grow as well.
Zach, how do you manage product manufacturing and quality control at scale?
So, with one of the benefits of manufacturing at our own facility is that we have significant quality control protocols in place, especially manufacturing at scale, which during around COVID time we were able to do effectively. So those protocols are still in place, and product control is a top priority for us.
What are your plans for uplisting to a major exchange?
We're actually working on our audit now, as well as various other pieces of filings that needed to be completed, and we plan to list the QB as soon as we can.
This person writes, I believe the reference was to gross profit. Number one, please elaborate on current revenue. And also, two, why has it taken more than 10 years to get here?
So from a gross profit standpoint, we're looking at roughly $2.5 million this year. It's taken this long because, as we know, with COVID, the landscape changed significantly, and with that, so has demand. But with demand increasing now that the what we call COVID hangover is over, especially with the Merck partnership that we had just gotten into this year, um, there's been a lot of developments on our side, positively.
Zach, what are the three clearest competitive advantages that Good Salt Life?
Sure. So we have the only real induction charged technology. There's no other competitor in the market that can actually say that. We have the patents for this technology as well, so it cannot obviously can't be replicated anywhere else. And we also have full control of our chemistry manufacturing processes, as well as leveraging our expansive relationships with commercial partners and our growing D2C channels as well.
Are you abandoning your farm program, PHARM?
Um, we're not sure yet.
Zach, C. diff is a major problem for hospitals, causing death for patients. How many hospital networks are currently using your ionized solutions? Also, how long do you have left on your patents?
So two great questions as well. So during COVID, a lot of the hospitals and healthcare facilities adopted our cart unit that was mentioned in the presentation. So they believe in the technology. Once the C. diff label is back to us from the EPA, we believe that healthcare facilities will be more optimistic in adopting our chemistries. And as it regards to our trademarks, we actually just renewed pretty much all of them. So
Zach, when can we expect filings?
currently working on filings as we speak.
What are the plans for the unrestricted shares and how aggressively will they be sold?
It's a fair question. It's something that we're discussing internally, and once we have firm direction on that, I would be more than happy to share that with everybody.
How do you define success for Good Salt Life in the coming year? Is it revenue scale, gross margin profile, number of active contracts, or adoption in prioritized verticals, or anything else? Could you elaborate? Thank you.
Yeah, so revenue is obviously important, but also adoption of our protocols and and value verticals is important as well. We want to become a much bigger household name than what we are currently, especially on the direct consumer side, because we believe in our product is a valued alternative to the everyday chemistries that people are using to disinfect their home.
This person wants to know which distribution channels will drive most sales volume of your expanded commercialization.
So I, we believe that it's going to be the direct to consumer will be our highest growing channel next year, but we'll see.
The company lists major customers such as United Airlines, Carnival Cruise Lines, Marriott, and the NFL. Are those pilot programs paid deployments or revenue generating long-term contracts?
All of those are revenue generating contracts. We've had those commercial partners for quite some time, and we've grown those relationships steadily over the years.
For your EPA approved antimicrobial solutions, are approvals country specific? And what additional regulatory approvals are required for mass rollouts in target markets such as the European Union, China, and Japan?
So when it comes to chemistries, every country is a little bit unique. When it comes to the European Union itself, you're able to address multiple countries at the same time, obviously. But as it relates now, we're currently focused on the continental United States. So that's Canada and the United States and Mexico as well. So that's our primary focus.
What is the best marketing avenue or avenues that Good Salt Life uses to get the best possible sales?
We leverage multiple influencer relationships. We also use various marketing agencies for our e-commerce channels, and we find that with those two together, we're able to see some pretty significant, steady month-over-month growth in e-commerce platforms.
How resilient is your supply chain for active chemical ingredients in your products or for your products, actually, for your products?
Very resilient, actually. We're able to manufacture it at our own facilities. So as it relates to the chemistry in and of itself, we make it there and bottle it there and ship it out. So we have plenty of things in place in case the bottles our main manufacturer for the bottles isn't able to supply enough. Um, we have backup plans.
What is your average gross margin in percentage terms?
So on the chemistry side of it depends. It's based on the e-commerce platform and the SKU or the volume, but I would say our average margin is anywhere from 18 to 22% per product for the chemistry. On the equipment side of it, it's a little bit healthier, and I want to give you an exact margin on that, but currently I'm unable to. So I could definitely get back to you on that one.
For deployments in food production and animal health, are there any remaining compliance testing or certifications? For example, the FDA, USDA, or EU food safety regulators that you are looking to complete?
Yeah, I can weigh in on that. So the EPA regulations that we've got on our master label allows us to apply our disinfectants to any food contact surfaces. And so those are the primary regulations that we're required to have in those facilities.
Thank you very much. How many employees, including executives, does the company currently have?
We run a pretty tight ship. We're roughly 15 employees.
How much of a cash runway does NDTP currently have?
We have roughly 350,000 in runway currently, but we are currently in the middle of another raise for investor funds.
Um, Please walk us through the proprietary elements of Good Salt Life's chemical delivery technology and how many patents does the company hold?
So we currently have 3 patents related to the electrostatic application of the technology. A little bit on how the sprayer itself works. is when you're applying the chemistry, it's actually giving it a charge at the nozzle. And so the substrate that you're spraying has an opposite charge. And so it's similar to how you would spray paint a car, and you're getting an even application across the surface without oversaturating an area, while also wrapping under and around the surface, making those hard to reach areas not hard to reach.
Um, who do you view as your primary direct competitors in commercial biosafety and antimicrobial delivery?
That's a fair question. Carrie, do you have any insight on who a competitor would be for this
Yeah, there's
vertical?
not many, honestly. So there are a handful of products out there that provide things like ionized or vaporized hydrogen peroxide from Steris, for example. There is a handful of other products that make various misting systems, but frankly, they're few and far between. And in most cases, they require pretty significant capital investment from the customer standpoint. And they also require pretty robust procedures around air clearance because they negatively impact air quality, and you have to make sure that the air has been sufficiently um, removed all the disinfectant out of the air before people can enter those spaces. So it requires sealing of rooms and vents. And in our case, we don't have any of those issues. And in fact, our chemistry, the HOCl in particular, will actually improve indoor air quality.
Thanks, Carrie. How long are contracts with current companies?
They vary from company to company, but they're typically annually.
Are the pet products the largest percentage of the company's sales pie?
Currently, they are not. Our multi-purpose disinfectant, our Clean Republic-based chemistries are our largest piece of the pie.
Tell us about the milestones, Zach, even if you covered it before. What milestones should we be looking for, especially into 2026, but also for the remaining weeks of this year?
That's a fair question. So starting in 2026, we're definitely looking to expand the direct consumer sales velocity as well as the gross profit. We're looking for a somewhere around $750,000 in gross profit next year, conservatively, and then continuing to grow and nurture the relationship with Merck Animal Health in 2026 to expand our profit and revenue there. Toward the end of this year, we're looking to really hit cold and flu season. This is typically when we see a lot of sales velocity, is when people start to feel the effects of the winter and that sort of thing. So yeah,
Thank you for a great webinar.
thank you.
Yes. Well, on that positive note, why don't we do the outro here? Give everyone more information, ways to get more information on NDT Pharmaceuticals. You can, of course, reach us at 1-800-RED-CHIP or email us at ndtp@redchip.com. Please visit the information page created by RedChip for NDT Pharmaceuticals. It's ndtpinfo.com. There you can view and download the investor presentation and fact sheet and sign up for news alerts on NDT Pharmaceuticals. Watch Small Stocks, Big Money, RedChip's program featuring exciting small cap companies every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on Bloomberg USA. And finally, join RedChip's next webinar with Bimergen Energy, Tuesday, November 11th at 4:15 p.m. U.S. Eastern. Register for all RedChip webinars at redchip.com/events. Thanks again to our many participants today, and thank you very much, team here at NDT Pharmaceuticals.